What's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate 2 Reviews, and today we're taking a look at another one of Huepar's laser levels. I believe this is going to be a 3-plane laser level. And before I jump into this review, just wanted to say one thing that I like reviewing about laser levels on Amazon. If you look at Lowe's, Home Depot, you're going to see a lot of, laser levels there. There's going to be like Bosch, Makita, DeWalt, or Milwaukee. They all make some. Now, of course, they're quite pricey, but I've never really seen an advantage to those laser levels unless you're using them in a very, very professional setting. I've tested a number of brands on Amazon now, and if you've seen my mini chainsaw reviews, you can definitely see some that are definitely better and definitely worse. It's very, very clear to see which ones are better and which ones are worse. However, though, with these laser levels, I have yet to really find even one that's bad or anywhere, anything that has like, well, that's not a great thing on that laser level at all these laser levels so far have been absolutely amazing for the price. I have not really seen any that have been like, wow, that laser level it's definitely crooked, it's definitely off. There's some major defect or even a minor defect in these so far. So yeah, I know there's some advantage to the better ones, of course, but if you're like me and you maybe use them for like picture frames, doing some trim work, doing a few things here and there, I would say I'm definitely on the light professional side if you're using these. I have not seen a single disadvantage to using the cheaper ones on Amazon at all. And this one's actually got one cool new feature that I recommended, and they actually finally added in, which is pretty neat. Something you'll find on more expensive models that you don't necessarily find on the cheaper models. So let's jump into this review, guys, and take a look. All right, here we go. Let's see what is in the box. And finally, they did a hard case. I've been saying when you do laser levels like this, definitely have a hard case. It definitely protects the laser level from drops, impacts, getting crushed in your truck. This is definitely the way to go. So I did unpack this a little bit in here. There was a lot of, plastic stuff in here. I wanted to get that moved around a little bit. But of course, you've got the charging brick here, and then you got your USB. Now, one of the things I've always said that is really nice to have on these laser levels that no one else is doing on these cheaper ones is give me a separate battery pack, not one that just slides in, but one that actually has a fuel gauge on it. So I've not touched this out of the box at all just yet. We're at 2 out of 3 bars. That is fantastic. This looks like a little, is it labeled here what this is? I think it's probably just like a little 12 volt here. Nope. Doesn't. Oh, right here. Yeah, 3.7 volt, and it's a 24.42 watt hour. Yeah, so you don't really need a lot of power to power a laser, which is pretty cool, guys. You get a ton of runtime out of these, so they're really not that big of a deal having a big battery pack with these at all. So this is going to be the all-new 703CG from Huepar. Very cool looking laser here. I like the kind of the chunkiness on here. There is some soft mold plastics on here, which is really nice to see. We've got all the usual setups on here, of course, where you can adjust certain things, turn on and off some certain lasers. You got a few lighting adjustments here, which is really nice to have. And then, of course, you've got a magnetic base, which is pretty awesome. So all you got to do is slide in that battery pack here, and you are all set. Now, if you're wondering, the only thing that we don't have with this is going to be a remote, which is really nice to have. If you're somewhere else, you want to do some really nice adjustments and you want to see this, up on the wall really close, and you don't want to have to walk back to this, make an adjustment, and then walk back to the wall. I do like the remotes. Unfortunately, this one does not have one, sadly. All right, so all you got to do then after that is basically turn it off the lock, and then this is already on and good to go. So that is pretty easy to go from there. I can then make a few adjustments here, and I've got my laser over here now. I can then turn this one on and make my laser go here now. So I'm basically at 2 planes now, and then I can add my 3rd plane in here, which is pretty easy to do. So one feature that I have on this laser level that a lot of other laser levels don't have, unfortunately, is going to be a beam intensity setting. We have low, medium, and high on here, which is pretty neat. That's something you find on a lot of laser levels. You could do this for a number of reasons. You've got some reflective surfaces that you want to be careful of to not reflect back much laser here. Maybe you need to up the brightness a little bit if it's somewhere that's pretty bright where you're working at. So right now I've got it in low. Let's go to high. And let's go to medium there. So it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's quite noticeable in person, and it's pretty cool to see that feature there. All right, so I use the magnetic mount to put it on the front of my US General card here, which is pretty nice. So let's see what it looks like on the wall. All right, so now I'm in my garage. It's all lighting on here, so I got it on the high brightness. You can see that that is where our cross beam is there, which is nice. And then this is on my garage here. It goes all the way up. It does have phenomenal just, visibility with the beam here. I've got a little thing sitting here that's in the way here, but you can see that it's very, very clear, very, very easy to see, and it goes all the way around the garage here. It's fantastic. I've never seen one of these that doesn't really work really well or has any loss of in beam intensity anywhere on the laser where it really matters. And if you're wondering how easy charging is on this, it's actually really, really easy. So on the battery, there's actually a little cover here. You've got a USB-C port, which USB-C, awesome. So it actually is not a proprietary or anything unusual with this battery. You plug it in, you charge it back up, and you are good to go for another probably out of this battery, you're going to get probably at least 24 hours of runtime, if not more. These batteries are pretty big for this little laser. This should work for quite a while. But yeah, I think Huepar did an absolutely phenomenal job with this laser. Maybe if we had a remote is the only thing I would say that we're missing out of this here. That would be awesome to have, that I really like to see. But other than that, if you're looking for a great 3-plane laser, this thing is awesome. Right around 150 bucks on Amazon. And I like that they added in the external battery pack with a fuel gauge to it. Is the one thing I've been saying that we need to have on these lasers, just to kind of give them an edge for some of the more expensive ones, that kind of something you'd really want to see. So this thing is really nicely feature packed. It is, so far as I can tell, accurate. It does have the beam intensity modes on there, and it comes with a nice hard case. It's really hard to beat for 150 bucks. So guys, thanks for watching, take care, and have a great day.